cold, hard look at the facts. When President Obama took office in 2009, the national debt was $10.62 trillion. Today it is $15.23 trillion, an increase of 43% in 3 years. And what do we have to show for that colossal increase in the debt? Tell me, what? Therein lies Mr. Obama's biggest deficit, pardon the pun. He has spent a record amount of taxpayer dollars, and we have little as a country to show for it. In January 2009, federal spending was $304 billion. Today, $323 billion, an increase of more than 6%. Gallon of gas, January 09, $1.84. Right now, $3.39, a whopping 84% increase. Average family health insurance premiums, just above $13,000 in 09. In 2011, just about $15,000, 12.5% increase. Finally, unemployment, January 09, 7.6, right now, 8.5. We all know President Obama inherited a bad situation, but on paper, he's made it worse. It's impossible to deny that. The President says he needs more time. Well, it's entirely up to you, the American voter. Tonight, Mr. Obama is again going to call for the federal government to do more.
I'm going to lay out a blueprint for an economy that's built to last. American manufacturing with more good jobs and more products stamped with Made in America. Getting people the education and training they need so they're ready to take on a fairness for all and responsibility from all.
What Mr. Obama fails to understand is that it is impossible to be fair to all. Life doesn't work that way, especially in a competitive capitalist system. There are going to be winners, and there are going to be losers. And you'll never get responsibility from all. Some people simply will not work, or obey the law, or do what a good citizen should do. So this pie-in-the-sky stuff actually hurts the president. He continues to believe that his vision can be imposed on the country. It can't. Finally, you will see a lot of theater tonight. Warren Buffett's secretary sitting with the First Lady because Mr. Obama wants to raise taxes on investment income. Another sure loser for the economy, in my opinion. And you will have the Democrats jumping up and down, while the Republicans sit there looking like they have acid reflux. Unfortunately, it's the same old, as the real State of the Union continues to be problematic. But that's enough. Now, for the name Saul Alinsky keeps popping up in the presidential campaign. He was a far-left social activist based in Chicago who died in 1972, but not before leaving all kinds of strategies for radical Americans. In fact, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton wrote her college thesis on Alinsky and his organizing plan. Now, yesterday, Fox News White House correspondent Ed Henry asked this question.
Newt Gingrich keeps saying on the campaign trail that the president's vision comes from Saul Alinsky, the community organizer. I haven't heard you asked about that.
Look, the president's background as a community organizer is well documented in the president's own books. So his experience in that field obviously contributed to who he is today. But his experience is a broad base one.
What? With us now, Margaret Crowley and Alan Colmes. All right, I don't know what question he was answering there. Look, Saul Alinsky, you know, for people who are involved in political science, and there he is. This guy, you know, is in the great tradition of Karl Marx, Lenin.
Not really.
People, well, he even said he admired those men, okay? He said it in his writings, that he admired them, and that he didn't respect private property rights. He thought that everybody should be guaranteed a certain style of life, and he worked toward that in a very aggressive way. But my question is this: is it fair for Newt Gingrich to inject Saul Alinsky into the election?
Well, it's fair. I mean, he can say whatever he wants, but, you know, talking about the guy's been dead for 40 years and trying to tie it to Obama because he wrote a book called Rules for Radicals in 1971, right. Therefore Obama's a radical, and we played that game 4 years ago. It didn't seem to get Republicans elected. We played the game trying to tie President Obama to Bill Ayers, to Reverend Wright, to Saul Alinsky. Are we going to refight the 2008
I don't know.
race?
I mean,
it didn't work last time.
But now with President Obama as being so devoted to big government, so devoted to income redistribution, income equality, then, see, back then we didn't know what we were getting with the president. All right, so it was harder to make the case that he was a radical or he admired radicals. Now it's a little easier to make that case.
I would disagree that he is married to this idea. I believe the Republicans have misstated that he wants equal outcomes. The president, by the way, the stimulus package, you went through the numbers before, 40% of that were tax cuts.
I think he's going to say it again tonight, that the federal government, in his opinion, has a tremendous role in capitalism, in ensuring an outcome for American workers. And that's what Alinsky
I
wanted.
think that's a fair. Well, you want to tie him to everything Alinsky. Alinsky was more of an organizer, a tactical guy that William Buckley said was a genius in organizing, by the way. It was more about tactics to help the disempowered become empowered versus Machiavelli, which is what I think Republicans use to keep the people empowered to keep power. And so we're talking
Okay, first of all, let's keep in mind who Saul Alinsky was and how he directly influenced Barack Obama. Saul Alinsky wrote Rules for Radicals in '71 and dedicated it to Lucifer. He was the godfather of the leftist. Yes, Satan.
Lucifer.
I'm not making it up.
Okay.
Lucifer.
It wasn't Lucifer Schwartz.
No,
it was just Lucifer.
I don't think Lucifer's a Jewish name.
It wasn't Murray Lucifer. No, he dedicated it to Lucifer. This is the godfather of the leftist movement. Barack Obama, and it came out in Chicago. Barack Obama, when he got to the University of Chicago, actually taught Alinsky 101 as a course there. So let's not try to. It was basically called Alinsky Tactics 101. Barack Obama actually taught. But keep in mind the broader point about Alinsky, and this is why your point about Obama now having a record that we can marry to his philosophy and the tactics of Saul Alinsky. This is where it's so important. Alinsky talked about organizing minorities and other groups to articulate their grievances, mobilize on their grievances, which the community organizer like Barack Obama helpfully supplied to them, so that they would mobilize against the establishment, the haves versus the have-nots.
What's wrong with poor people and people who are not getting what they think they should get? All right, for whatever reason, organizing and having a voice. What's wrong with that?
But remember, this is the very essence of socialism. This is the tactics of Saul Alinsky and Barack Obama are geared toward wealth redistribution. It's all in service of that goal, rather than in the free market goal.
Look, Alinsky didn't respect private property. And that is.
But remember, Bill, this is what Occupy Wall Street is all about. This is the same revolution.
Okay.
We're talking about
Obama has not embraced Occupy Wall Street except for that first.
Of course, he's made a couple of comments supportive.
And now he's
and his whole party, Nancy Pelosi, they've all embraced it.
All right.
Alinsky was not an ideologue. He did not believe in communism or socialism. He believed in tactics to get people to get what they want.
He didn't believe in private property.
He would not have defined himself.
You can say he wasn't a communist or socialist.
He was not.
But when you say, I don't believe in private property, I put human rights above property rights,
well, what he believed has nothing to do with what Obama does.
Okay, well, that's a different argument.
His belief system.
You just pivoted on your argument.
No, I never said he's embracing Alinsky's belief system. He's embracing certain abilities and tactics to help empower the dissident.
Fair for Gingrich to bring up this radical Alinsky and try to tie him to Obama? Is that fair?
Absolutely. You don't have to try to tie anything. Barack Obama, you saw Carney there. Barack Obama would probably take issue.
I don't know what question you answered.
Let's not be naive here, Bill. Of course, he knows who Saul Alinsky is.
You think he's a communist? Carney?
I don't know where Carney stands. I think the president is a Marxist.
Let's throw Joseph McCarthy out here.
Just a little red baiting for a change. That'll work.
Okay, because that's what the Republicans
But it's absolutely fair. It's absolutely fair. And look, Obama would take issue with the radical part, but not with the Saul Alinsky part.
The Tea Parties use Alinsky's tactics as well. They do the very
come on, Alan, you're way out.
You're
out to lunch, dude.
The Tea Party has actually used some of the things.
Yeah, you're out to lunch.
I'm just saying that the right wing has used
Alinsky.
The right wing has used
Colmes is secretly a member.
You never know.
Card carrying.
So obsessed with
Card carrying.